Good morning, guys. Today is the day after surgery. I am gonna get ready here. I have a hair appointment at 10 o'clock. It's only 7:15, but I just wanted to kind of put a little bit of makeup on, make myself feel a little bit better. My medicine's finally kicking in this morning, so I want to do it when it's fresh. And yeah, so I'm gonna kind of get ready while I talk to you guys about yesterday and how I'm feeling. And I want to show you guys my stomach, my incisions. I look about 3 months pregnant because of the swelling, and my lowest incision is like dark. It is completely bruised. It was bruised just a few hours when I first took the gauze off last night. And my husband was like, so he was so sweet and brought me home a cupcake last night. Our grocery store here, it's called Hy-Vee, and they have a great bakery, and they have like really like sophisticated type cupcakes. They're done super nice, and he brought me home one. And he's like, well, I know you don't feel good, so I brought you this cupcake. Because just what I needed was to eat more yesterday. But I did eat half the cupcake, and that was really sweet of him. So last night sleep went okay. I had a lot of trouble with sort of switching directions, and I'm just gonna prime here. I had a little bit of issue when I changed directions, and our bed, it kind of, when you lay in it, it's kind of like I don't want to say it's memory foam, but it kind of like, you know what I mean, like contours to your body. So that kind of made it difficult because I had to kind of push up and then move my body. And in the middle of the night, my medicine had worn off because my last dose was at 8. So it pretty much had worn off by about 1 in the morning. So I had a little bit of a hard time from 1 to 6 this morning. My husband got up for drill, and I was definitely in pain. But also, to top all of it off, my daughter woke up with a fever this morning, and I'm like, oh, of course you did, honey, because today would be the worst day for her to have a fever, because she's not one of those kids that gets sick and just kind of lays around all day. I feel like when she gets sick, she still has a ton of energy, and I have no clue where it comes from, but she's a lot more whiny whenever she is sick. So definitely I'm hoping that she does feel better. I gave her some Motrin this morning, and my dad's picking her up, or he's meeting me at my hair appointment at 10. He's going to take her until this afternoon. My husband gets home from drill about 4. So the reason why I'm still going to go ahead and go to my hair appointment today is because, for one, I hate canceling at the last minute. The surgery was kind of a last minute thing. I think I've only known for a week now. I think I knew about a week before. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure I knew about a week before. And she's also going out of town on vacation. So I don't want to wait until she gets back, because I was due about 2 weeks ago for my hair appointment. And I think we're going to go ahead and lighten my hair up. I don't know if you guys can see, but in the light, my hair's a lot lighter than this naturally. I got it dark for a long time because I normally spray tan all the time, and I really kind of want to get away from spray tanning right now. I have a machine that I use, like the Norvell solution. I have a machine here at home that I use, and I love it, but I just want to not have to tan so dark, and I really want to work on getting a real base tan in the tanning bed, because we are going on vacation in October. I don't think I've mentioned it yet, but we are going on a 5-day cruise to the Bahamas and Princess Cays with Carnival. So if you've ever been on a Carnival cruise, give me your tips down below. All of us, it'll be our first cruise ever. My husband and I are going. Aniston is going, and my mom and dad are going, and we're really excited. And my mom's like ready to party. She's like, I'm gonna buy the alcohol package, and I'm gonna buy this. And I'm like, I hope I'm pregnant by then, but if I'm not pregnant, I might go ahead and get the alcohol package, because my mom and I really enjoy having drinks together and stuff like that. But I really do hope I'm pregnant. I mean, I'm not going to let the cruise defer me or from getting pregnant if we can go ahead and do an IUI now. Even though I might regret that if I do get pregnant and I'm on the boat and I don't feel very good. Anyway, so in yesterday's video, well, first of all, if you want to know what I'm using, I know I've had some of you guys ask me before. Normally, when I do my makeup, this is my favorite foundation. It's Urban Decay, I don't know if it's Urban Decay All Nighter Foundation. I love this. I'm out of it, and it was too dark for my real skin color anyways. There's times that I would mix it with this one, and this is my tan color Makeup Forever HD foundations. Those are my favorite foundations. Today I'm using the Makeup Forever, but because it's too dark, I'm mixing in my favorite drugstore foundation, which is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte, because I have oily skin. And my skin's like oily. Like I am shining a light to Mars if I don't use like a matte setting spray or anything like that. I can't use foundations that have the dewy finish because I just look like I am like sending signals to the aliens because I get so shiny with the oil. So yeah, if you guys care, that's what I'm using. But I wanted to talk about yesterday's video and explain to you guys what I meant by the fact that I'm having mixed feelings about my results. And I definitely don't want you guys to think that I am sad that I don't have endometriosis. I am grateful. I'm just honestly, I'm so surprised because just the chances of me having it were so high. And it's honestly, it's a blessing that I don't have it. I don't know why I'm getting emotional. Gosh. I guess I had my mindset that I probably had it, and so I kind of got used to the idea of having it. I'm going to blame the medicine for making me emotional. I guess I'm just kind of concerned because if that's not the problem, I'm wondering why I do have the symptoms of it. And like I said, the symptoms aren't super severe, and I'm thankful for that. But I have noticed over the past year, they seem to have gotten a little bit worse. So I'm just kind of wondering what else could be causing them. Like hopefully there's not any other ongoing like issues that I'm having. I mean, it could just be my body. I know that I've read a ton of forums because whenever I go through something in life, you know, if I'm getting married, I'm going to be on all the wedding sites, watching the wedding shows. If I'm having a baby, I'm going to be on the baby sites, watching TLC's A Baby Story, you know. So when I thought that I had this and we discussed it, and he pretty much made me think that I definitely have it by saying I am very likely, I was on forums and I was asking people I work with who have it. Anyone that would talk to me about it, I would talk to them about it. And obviously, you know, I work in a doctor's office. And I asked my physicians about it, and I just get I research everything that I'm going through to try to at least educate myself somewhat, so I don't walk in thinking, okay, I know nothing about what's going on. So honestly, guys, I was convinced that I had it, and although I'm grateful that I'm not, I just hope that none of my symptoms are from something else. And people that I've talked to before have had slightly painful intercourse, and there's never been anything wrong with them, like the painful ovulation. It's more painful if I'm on medication to ovulate, so at least now my fertility specialist said no more medication. I'm not sure when we do the IUI if he will want to do the medication, but if it's possible, I am going to ask that we do an unmedicated IUI just to see if I can do it and produce enough follicles to try it with a natural cycle. And I will discuss, obviously, with him too, any other options or any other possibilities, like what possibly could cause my symptoms. Hopefully they don't get any worse. It was such a gradual increase. I probably wouldn't notice if it was getting worse for a while. But I almost kind of feel bad for my husband because last night I think he kind of had this realization that he was one who never thought anything was wrong with him. I never thought anything was wrong with him. So it's still brand new information to us that he is actually most likely the main reason why we haven't gotten pregnant. And I definitely don't want to hurt his feelings, so I just don't really talk about it, because I don't think it's that big of a deal, because I know we have options. And I know that if it ever came down to it, we would just get IVF, and we're blessed enough to be able to afford that if that is kind of the route that we had to go to get pregnant. So I don't really put a lot of pressure on my husband, because I don't see him any differently. I mean, it's not like it's his fault. But last night he was like, wow, so it's really my fault that we haven't gotten pregnant, and that's why Anderson took so long. And I'm like, yeah, but it really doesn't matter. You know, I think as women, if we do have an issue, obviously we put a lot of pressure on ourselves. And I didn't realize that men do that too, because I felt like my husband was putting pressure on himself. And that's the last thing I want him to do, is put pressure on himself, because you can't control it. And you know, and with things like this in life, you just have to just wait and see what God's plan is for you. And if we have to result to getting an IUI, then that's what we're going to do. And that's what was meant to happen. I was looking up, sorry, I'm getting out of breath. I'm talking so much. My throat's still a little bit sore. This is Hoola bronzer. This is like an oldie. I've used Hoola for a very long time and I love it. I feel like it's one of the only bronzers that looks natural on my skin. Otherwise, I just use like a darker face setting powder, because I feel like a lot of the bronzers, whenever I'm super fair, a lot of bronzers are just too light or too dark on my skin, and it doesn't look like a natural shadow. But anyways, I'm not a makeup pro or anything. This is just my opinion. I could be completely wrong. I could completely look crazy and not know it. But anyways, so yeah, I just wanted to come on here and talk to you guys, because I don't want you guys to think that I was being ungrateful that my results were fantastic, because I am grateful. And I have a sister. I don't know if I've ever told you that guys that before. She lives back in my hometown with my mom, but she's a year and a half older than me, almost 2 years older. I want to say a year and 10 months. And yesterday she told me that they were concerned that she had endometriosis as well, but instead of doing the surgery, they just did like a pelvic exam where they felt around for the nodules that endometriosis causes. And they didn't feel any nodules, so they didn't go any further than that. And I guess her symptoms are painful cramps during her cycle. And see, I don't have that. I don't have bad cycles. I don't have bad cramps. I think I cramp for like 1.5 days, and it's nothing bad. If it gets bad, I would just take a Midol and it would just go away. So I'm very grateful that I don't have painful periods, because most of the people that I've talked to that have endometriosis had very painful periods, and my heart goes out to them, because that just sounds absolutely terrible. Because if your periods are horrible with cramping and they're a heavier flow, I'm assuming they probably last a little bit longer than a normal period. And TMI, but my cycles, I generally spot, it always starts, I'm not kidding, on a Friday or Saturday all the time. And the night before, I will spot right before I go to bed, and then I wake up and my cycle has started. I think it's like a medium to heavy flow the first day and a half, and then it's light for 2 days, and then I spot and it's gone. So I have just 5 days, and I am very grateful that it's not anything worse than that, because I don't know how, especially people who work or have a lot of kids at home, that it would have to be a lot for you to get up and, you know, have to work or get ready, especially people who are like nurses who are constantly on their feet, hairdressers on their feet. I just couldn't imagine. So my heart goes out to those of you who do have it. Yeah, I couldn't imagine for you guys. And then I'm going to do a little bit of eyeshadow, not a ton, because I don't want to have to I don't want to have to heavily wash my face later. But generally, if I'm just doing, this light makes my neck look white. It does match my face, but in the light in here is really bad. When I am just doing kind of like a natural face really quick, Normally I'll just go back in with the bronzer for kind of the crease of my eyeshadow. But because I was lucky enough to get my hands on one of Jaclyn Hill's palettes that came out, I'm going to use it. So I'm just mixing in some browns, some of the these two lighter shades of browns. It pretty much just looks like bronzer. I mean, so I guess either would do the trick. I just do it to add a little something so my eyes aren't completely bare. And then I'm going to use a little bit of a shimmer for the middle. I just kind of feel like, I don't know if you guys feel this way, but I feel like whenever I don't feel good and I have to go somewhere, I feel like just doing like a little bit of makeup makes me feel a little bit better. I don't know if you guys can tell, but when I don't have makeup on, I have red cheeks. It's not exactly rosacea because it's not severe like that. I'm not sure this is exactly what it's from, but when I was 5 years old, I had thrombocytopenia, which your chances of getting that when you're under like 60 is like very, very low. Pretty much my dad was holding me one day, and when he let go of me, there basically was a handprint of a bruise. Like it turned black. And wherever they touched me, my skin would turn black. It has something to do with like your platelets or something. I'm not 100% sure. But it left me with like random patches of red skin. And I have little, tiny little red like polyp marks on my body. And so I think it's from that. So even when I have no makeup on and my skin's clear, it looks like I have like rashes or something. And it drives me crazy. I am so envious of anyone that has like the same color skin without makeup on. Because I do my best to wash my skin and take care of it. But even when my skin is like not with a breakout and it's clear, it doesn't look good without makeup on. So I feel like I'm doomed forever to have to at least do something. I really need like a good BB cream or something so I can not put on a full foundation. Because I feel like when I put on a full foundation, most of the ones that I buy are full coverage. So I can't just do that and go about my day. I need to find a BB cream that's like lighter. So I can just kind of slap that on and then just go without having to, you know, do concealer and the blush and stuff like that. So if you guys have any recommendations for a good BB cream, if you could leave them down below, I'd be interested to try anything at this point. Or if you have red skin like I do, I would love to hear what you guys use, because I would like to have days where I just don't, especially coming up on vacation. I am not going to want to probably deal with putting on a full face of makeup when we're doing the excursions. I'm just going to do my eyebrows really quick here. I really need to get a good tripod for here. You're on my medicine tub. I had to bring it out of the closet. I need to go get a tripod that kind of sits on the counter at places, because I would like to start bringing you guys along more and start vlogging, hopefully. Obviously, I work full time, and I can't do it at work because I work in the medical field. So HIPAA reasons, I can't bring a camera. I can in my office, but I'd rather just not even do that, because if I have something sitting out, my luck, I'd miss it and it would just be a mess. But I would like to start bringing you guys around more on the weekends especially. And obviously on my vacation, I want to vlog as much as I possibly can of it, because I would like you guys to be able to go along with me, and I want to document, since all of our first cruises. And I can't wait to do a cruise haul to show you guys what I've purchased for the cruise so far. I have quite a bit of stuff still coming. I've ordered some cute luggage tags for our luggage. I got a new bikini. I need to get a few more swimsuits. I'm not going to want to do laundry on the boat, so I do want to bring some more along. The ones I have now don't really fit as well up top. Either they're too big or they're too small, and I just can't wear either of those. I'd rather be comfortable with a full-fitting swimsuit. And so my plan is to wait until September when they're all going to go on sale anyways, and buy a few. I'm going to be budget friendly like my husband asked me to be, and try to save money, since I probably won't wear them again until next summer anyways. But I bought a really bunch of cute stuff. My daughter got her new swimsuit, Zulily, I find a ton on there, but you have to be careful when you're on there because you have to check the ship dates, because there's times I've ordered stuff and it actually wasn't going to ship for 4 more weeks and I was like, crap. So I like ordering from there, especially when I have a few months. You get a really good deal. You just have to wait for them to ship it to you. Yeah. So this is pretty much my natural face, quote, natural face. I'll bring you in here. And I have coral curtains, so that's why I look orange when I walk in here. Oh, hi, baby. My little one's over there in my unmade bed. So, wow, this really lightens it up. But I just do the foundation, the concealer, a little bit of blush and contour, my brows, eyeshadow, and then mascara. Hi, sweetheart. And I'm going to set that with a matte setting powder. I really like Urban Decay, but I'm out of that. And I picked up this NYX or NYX matte finish what's it called? Setting powder finishing spray. And I love it. I got my first one in an Ipsy bag, and I didn't realize that I had it, and I saw it at Target, so I bought it. And then I found the other one, and I was super excited. I absolutely love it. It's like $8, I think, and which is cheaper than Urban Decay, and it works just as well. So I feel like I'll probably end up switching out, buying both of them. Okay, and for today's look of the day, I am going to wear this to my appointment. And I want to go ahead and show you guys my incisions. But I'm just wearing a jacket, and it's one of those pocket monogram tanks. Whenever Brian and I got married, I bought my Maid of Honor and Bridesmaid the same one, different colors. I think I got blue and yellow for them with different color pockets with their monogram. And they seem to love them. And then I'll show you guys my pants. Aniston, excuse my room, it's a mess. I definitely wasn't trying to clean yesterday. But if you guys have ever been on the Facebook group called So Sassy, let me move my curtains. They have a bunch of kids clothes. They do releases on certain nights, but they're known for the pants with the ruffly bottom like this. And my daughter has some, and they did a mommy and me, so I bought them. So that's what I'm going to be wearing today out of the house, and I don't care if anyone looks at me funny. But here is my stomach, and I'll show you what I mean by I look like 3 months pregnant, because I look like, I mean, I already have a little bit of lower ab fat anyway, but I'm super bloated. And here is the lower incision. It's very dark. It definitely hurts the most. And then I have one in here. There's a steri strip with a lot of glue, they said, and I have to take them off myself in a week, and I'm scared. And then you can also see the line of iodine as well that they use. That's why it's orange up front.
Oh, owie.
Yes, owie, owie. So that's pretty much is all I wanted to talk to you guys about. I know this video is very rambly and long, but I just wanted to do that very quick. Get ready with me. Goodness, I'm dark. I just wanted to get ready with me really quickly and talk to you guys while I was getting ready, since I feel the best as soon as the medicine kicks in. After the medicine's kicked in for a while, I feel like it doesn't really help me as much as it could. So I get about an hour and a half of relief, and then it starts to hurt again, but you can't take it every 4 hours. So hopefully after tomorrow night, I should be feeling up to back to normal. I am going back to work on Monday. Obviously, I'm lucky enough to be able to sit at a desk most of the day. So I'm thankful for that. And I will update you guys in the next few days on how I'm feeling. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.